Hello guys, Max Mason here, and this is going to be a more serious matter. For those who don't know, what happened over the weekend was Beirut, which is the capital city of Lebanon, and Paris, the capital city of France, was attacked. The attacks were carried out by the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. I don't know what the casualty report said on Beirut, but I definitely know from Paris that they said that 153 people died. That shouldn't have even happened. Okay? This is what happens when you leave a group out there and not give a shit. And, well, you give a shit, but you're not doing anything. You like to think you're doing that, but you're not. And I'm pretty sure, and I know it's probably a lot more complex than that, but, you know, we shouldn't be sitting here and letting them get stronger and waiting for another 9/11 to occur. Okay, because that's what happened with the Taliban and Al-QAEDA. We didn't do anything, but we wanted it to look like we did something, but we didn't. That's messed up. And then look what happened a couple years later. They became so strong enough that they committed acts of terrorism against a country and killed almost 3,000 people. When that happens, that is a serious wake-up call. That should not have happened at all. Hang on. I have the news on right now, and I got it.
Still clinging to life. New video of the horror inside the Vatican concert hall. Chaos.
Look, they're already talking about it.
Story of survival from a man who narrowly escaped death. Tonight, the international manhunt for an 8th suspect. This 26-year-old man from Belgium, where at least 5 people have been arrested in raids.
See, that shouldn't have happened. That never should have happened. And that's happening because we're not doing anything. You're letting these people become too strong. This is exactly the same kind of scenario that happened with Al-QAEDA. And guess what? They got away with attacking the United States. I mean, not get away, but they managed to do it. They shouldn't have. And this is why this needs to be taken care of. Drones don't do anything.
While here in Paris, the veneer of calm and normalcy.
I have to listen to this. I'm sorry, but
so hard to project after the attacks proved to be understandably thin as reports of shots touched off a wave of panic. Police fanning out with guns in hand, crowds rushing from outdoor cafes and from the public square where we are. It was a full.
And you know what makes it worse? France is the United States allies, and I mean, I didn't say we didn't let them get away with this, but we should have seen this. Okay, I'm not, and if a lot of people say, oh, they heard about this before, I would believe it, but many of those people don't take them seriously, and I'm not saying they shouldn't, but I'm not saying they should either, because sometimes some of them are fake, some of them are real, but they can't really tell between the two, because most of their intel comes from civilians or people they rarely encounter.
89 people. A warning, the aftermath is shocking. Even obscured, the horror is clear. This man, police suspected an accomplice of the killers, and he's on the run. Abdesalam Salah, 26 and from Belgium. Police say he's dangerous, Do not
But that
approach.
should not have happened.
After the massacres, police found a
This is
car
why you
filled
need to
with
send in
20
ground
guns
forces.
and
I don't
20
give a damn.
magazines inside. And they're looking for a bomb maker.
I want
Terrorists
the
had
people
identical suicide vests
of all the governments who
nails inside.
currently say that they're at war with ISIS but haven't sent a single bunch of ground troops in yet to do so now. Sure, you may be bombing the shit out of their bases, but you don't really know how many people you've managed to, like, successfully kill. You need to go and get boots on the ground and make sure you get these guys. Start taking action before they become strong, like the same mistake we made with Al-QAEDA. Okay, because enough's enough. They should not get away with this.
The site of a massacre has become a shrine of
It
tears,
never
but also of
should have
a
occurred.
fierce determination here.
And it sucks because none of our there's 60 countries that say, oh, we're going against ISIS, but so far all they've done is drone strikes and fighter, like, airstrikes. That's not good enough. Get boots on the ground.
Fleeing in terror, police with guns
I don't like it any more than other people do,
the bells tolled
but
for the victims. Paris tonight.
what are our options? We can't send drones.
And just a few hours ago, French warplanes bombed the ISIS stronghold of Raqqa, Syria. 12 warplanes involved, hitting multiple targets. The biggest French
What we should be doing
so
is,
far.
because Syria has already agreed to allow U.S. troops, if need be, to be inside Syria to help fight off ISIS. What we should be doing is, we should be committing like a huge pincer move. Have some of the coalition forces in Kuwait meet up in the middle of Iraq with U.S. forces if they decide to take al-Assad's offer or whatever it was, and meet and create a pincer move where they're trapped in the middle. Okay, because enough's enough. I mean it this time. Get these assholes. These guys don't follow their religion correctly.
But she said the hunt is on for their accomplice.
Because this should not have happened. Okay? Especially to one of our own allies. I gotta end it here before I get all like emotionally torn apart, where I like angry and crying at the same time, because I can't do this. Plus I need to hear this. So with that said, with that, keep your hopes and prayers for the victims, the victims in Beirut and Paris, because you know what? No way they should have gotten with this. Just like what happened last time when that press conference, that French newspaper building was attacked by terrorists because they used their freedom of the press or whatever kind of thing they believe in, because you know what, that's uncalled for.
Arrived in France after joining the mass wave of undocumented, unscreened refugees and migrants that has been washing up on Europe's shores. Greek officials today
So let's stop these people, okay, for their sake. Don't let any more of these guys win.
And was later found next to the body of one of the attackers at the Paris soccer stadium. A French official told NBC News it was
I gotta go. Again, keep your thoughts and prayers for those victims' families and the countries. I'm Captain Alex Mason, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have something, you know, something less emotional.